When I saw people saying that he was rejecting his Judaism, I was worried for the reality that I live in, where I was under the impression that we were educated.
Nope.
Because it's just a dumb reading comprehension has gone down in the Jewish community. Okay, and that to me was very upsetting. That was very upsetting. What did I think of his speech?
Do you have a favorite rabbi joke?
I don't. Do you have a favorite?
It's not a favorite, but it's one I can remember.
Great.
Which means
Yeah.
it's my favorite.
Yeah.
So a rabbi walks into a bar. He's, black hat, payas, black coat with a little frog on his shoulder. And the bartender looks at them and goes, "Where did you find him?" And the frog goes, "Oh, they're everywhere in Brooklyn."
Yeah.
Whoa, that was it.
That's it.
That was a rabbi joke.
Yeah, that's good. I guess I know one it's not really rabbi. It's just sort of Jewy. It's just sort of a Jewish joke.
I like how you
Not
shiver.
every joke.
Yuck.
Every joke you do is a Jewish joke.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to hold the mic a little bit closer to your mouth?
That's terrifying.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
That's way better.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Is this loud now? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I doing well? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's like a saying, like Oedipus Schmedipus, as long as he loves his mother.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like a Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember that one.
Yeah.
I
which
remember
means
that.
it's your favorite.
Yeah.
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 That's, yeah,
I also have a terrible Jewish joke that I just came up with.
Oh, great.
Great.
Which I'm not sure if so it's never worked.
Perfect.
Right.
Even better.
And socially. And on stage, I won't try it because it's a bad joke.
Great.
Okay, but it's...
I love your business sense.
yeah. So it's a Jewish joke. Two Jewish men are hanging out, and one of them realizes his phone is out of battery, okay? And his friend says, "You know what? Why don't you take my charger, plug it in the wall, we'll hang out for a couple hours, you'll be juiced up, the phone will charge, and you'll be able to get out of here," okay? So they do. They hang out. The phone's been charging for an hour. He's like, "Okay, I think it's time to go home." He goes over to his phone and realizes the battery, it's still dead. He looks at his friend. He says, "Sydney, no charge." Sydney says, "That's great."
I get it.
I don't get
Ugh,
it.
No charge.
It's not
No
good.
charge. That's great.
No charge.
No charge. That's great.
No charge.
No charge.
I think
That's
you
great.
should simplify it
I
and
got
say,
it.
"Sydney, no money pay.
Right.
No
The-
pay money."
The
That's
phone.
And then Sydney goes, I love no pay money."
Yeah.
And then I think that's better.
It could be better,
So
but
you
it
could
doesn't
fix
make
it that
It doesn't
way.
make. It's not like a. That's just sort of like a day in the life of two Jewish people. You know, that's like one of those jokes. A day in the life of two Jews. Oh, there's money. Oh, I'd like it, but I wouldn't want to spend it. That is sort of just what people think we're doing out here.
I mean, we all said that to each other right before we started recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic us.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Yenta podcast,
Welcome to
everybody.
Yenta.
The podcast that's sometimes about Judaism, sometimes about comedy, and always about gossip.
Oh, wow.
I know. Didn't that sound so professional?
That was cool. Yeah. Gossip.
Gossip. We're here. We have Eli Leonard. That was just improv. We don't normally do that.
But we're kind of on fire right now. I'm Antonia Lassard. This is Ray Schiller. Eli Leonard is amazing. We're so excited to have you here. listeners, Eli has written for Curb Your Enthusiasm. You've been on Curb Your Enthusiasm. You were the assistant to Larry.
What?
You're a big deal. You opened for Elon Gold.
What?
One of the two recognizable names of Jewish comedy.
One of the two Jewish people doing comedy right now.
Yeah.
One of the two Jewish comedians alive.
Oh,
The only
period.
two. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
huge.
thanks for listing off those things for me, so I can't be sort of anything else.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, ask me
stuck.
everything you want
we want
about
to pigeonhole you.
yeah.
And we did.
Okay, great. Yeah, those were okay, but that's just an introduction.
That's just
Yeah.
the introduction.
I don't need to talk about that.
No.
I don't need
No.
to
Do you
it.
have something to say about it?
all
Of course,
that.
I have stuff to say about it, but I don't have to start. My time working for Larry David. Oh my, Elon Gold. I don't have to do
we
that.
don't want to know anything about Larry David. We
No
have
way.
0 questions about that.
We talked beforehand. We were like, don't ask him
What's the least interesting
anything
part
about that boring part of his life.
He seems like the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yuck.
What is he like?
He's a good boy. He
boy.
he actually is kind of a good boy. I don't know. He's not an asshole at all. I guess I'm saying things I just said he's just one thing he's not, and that he's good. So I'm really not getting myself in trouble if anyone from the show sees this.
Which they will. We also did a show in Minnesota
Yeah.
2 days after
Yeah,
you.
the
Yours
same-
was Thursday.
Yeah, the same
was
exact.
Saturday.
It was the same
The
festival.
same festival. I said, who's this other Jew that we don't know? As part of the same Jewish humor festival, we have to have him on the podcast. And then, no, it was all just Antonia's idea.
Well, I mean, I've known who you are for a while because
Yeah.
I keep seeing you on the Jewish internet,
Yeah,
and you've been doing chosen comedy stuff,
yeah.
and then I was like, oh, and he's in the festival with us. This feels like a friendship that is like long overdue.
Yeah, it
we're like
really
all
does.
Jews cashing in
Yeah.
on our Jewish identities.
Yeah.
in
yeah,
LA.
I'm cashing in.
Exploiting our generational trauma.
Yeah.
For views.
Yeah, look.
Even though it's not that many views.
Yeah.
We're not doing a very good job.
For
I'm making $0
If other
exploiting my
views.
Jewish identity.
if other people can exploit it, why can't we? You know?
Yeah, who's the best at exploiting their identity, you think, for the views?
Oh God.
You mean
The
of
Jewish
Jews?
identity, yeah. Because we can't
Oh.
really talk about others.
I mean, oh wow. That's a great question.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Eli.
Because I think it could be Modi. I think it could
Oh, that's a good call.
'Cause-
Not Elon?
be.
Are you part of their feud, by the way? Since you
no,
opened for Elon?
I love them both.
Oh, okay.
Is there actually a feud between them?
Unfortunately, I love them both. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You
Yeah.
have to say that on the pod.
No, I don't know if there's like such a feud. They're just like, it's like it's just two great rock bands, but it's like I guess
But Jewish
two
comedians.
great I guess it would be two great schlock rock bands. Feuding,
That's such a deep cut.
Yeah.
Schlock Rock versus Uncle Moishi.
Yeah.
Which one is which?
Yeah, who sings Minion Man? It's probably Elon Gold probably would sing. He's probably schlock rock.
He's the cooler one.
Yeah, well, he's just sort of been known longer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think Modi's come around in the last few. Like he's been
Right.
doing
He
stand up a
popped
long
off
time.
recently.
but
And
he
now it
definitely
feels like
popped up.
Modi's bigger,
Yeah.
but more recently.
Yeah.
How does Elon feel about that?
I mean,
Good question.
okay, so this could be some tea, I guess.
Yeah, let's goss.
But I don't want to get fired.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to get
you're
fired.
not going to get fired from the podcast.
Yeah, you're going to get
Oh,
rehired.
okay. That's great. Okay.
And you know what?
You've got a
That's
job
what
here.
I'm worried about. Yeah.
We can always cut it if you say it and you don't want us to post.
No,
it,
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
I think that what I've heard from Elon Gold about this rise in Modi's success is that Elon is just sad that he's not as big right now. He's very upset, not at Modi, but at the world.
At the Jewish people.
And you know what? That tracks.
Yeah.
That's
Completely
I would feel
understandable.
the exact same way.
Yeah.
I would be mad at the world
Yeah.
and Modi. I'd be like, this is
And
fucked
all
up.
Jews. Maybe Elon's going to turn into a big anti-Semite now.
Oh God. I mean, I think he creates a lot of them.
And that you can say that
yeah,
he's fine
yeah,
with.
for sure.
That he's like he'll give you a promotion for that.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
we have this like bit about, are you a Jew? As a comedian, you can either be a Jew for Jews or a Jew for Goys. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I do.
Like
I totally know what you mean.
Yeah,
by
I don't
that.
even have to explain it, but
Yeah.
for the listeners, you
I-
know, like Modi is like a Jew for Jews.
He's a Jew for Jews,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Elon is kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
But
What do you,
most,
I mean, he's a
think-
Jew for
he's
Jews.
he's a Jew for Jews. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But he started maybe
Sarah
as a Jew for
Silverman
Goy-
is
like,
a Jew for Goys.
perfect example.
Right.
Yeah.
Larry David's a Jew for Goys.
Yes.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Well, that's interesting. I don't know that. I feel like Larry David is like Yiddish. Like he's like a Yiddish comic. I think a lot of comedians are more like Yiddish people, like the spirit of the old Jewish community coming through. So it's weird, like a Jew for Goys. I do get it, and I see how they could both be Jews for Goys, and I could see how I might be a Jew for Goys, but I also think I can't. Maybe it's just I'm so Jewish, like so. It just seems like even for Jews, they're like, that's a little bit much. And so what I say, what comes out of my face auditorially, you know, it comes off as maybe a caricature, no matter what. No matter what I
Just
say.
As soon as
I
you
could say,
walk into a room.
I just drank milk at church. And you say, holy crap, that's a Jew.
That's,
yeah.
that's what we call schnoz work
Yeah.
in the biz.
Yeah.
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 I have a schnoz that does a lot of work
Yeah.
as well. We look a little related
Yeah. Yeah.
in an Ashkenazi way.
Yeah.
I
for-
mean, then we
for sure.
all look a little. You
Yeah.
look like a blend of me and Antonia.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess, you know, the meme, you know, that.
Is that
This
a
meme?
is that a meme?
Oh, there's, yeah, you know, the like hands together, the
a meme-
big nose.
Wait, are you calling like the anti-Semitic image
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the 19
Yeah. That's a meme.
teens a meme?
Yeah. That's a meme.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
a good
really,
meme.
Really old meme.
Yeah, it's an old one, but it's, you know, it's
But
an old meme,
viral.
but recently it's found a lot of success. It's the Modi of memes.
It's been working in the Jewish community for years. And it's finally coming out with a special.
Yeah.
Love that meme.
So wait, are you performing? Who are you performing the most for? Are you doing a lot of like Jewish gigs?
So I do a lot of Jewish gigs opening for Elon.
Yeah.
So I open for him. I travel with him wherever he goes, and it's always Jews. You know, it's
That's awesome.
So that part, and they're hard to please.
Yes.
They are.
They're
They-
hard.
What is
they all think
what's
they're
your
better.
material like for the Jewy Jews?
I mean, I pretty much do just my stuff, but maybe I don't do like, you know, I've stopped doing Holocaust jokes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because those just weren't hitting anymore.
they didn't like them for some
Yeah.
reason.
I've had the same experience.
Yeah, for some
Wait,
reason.
It's weird.
Like recently or just for Jewish audiences?
A little bit of both. Like I just have sort of gone away from it because
Too soon.
I think it's just too soon. No, no, it's I think it's because maybe it just became like a little bit easy. Like it was just so it's so obvious
Yeah.
that that's gonna happen. You know?
I agree.
And the punchlines are
they're
all
kind
the
of
same.
overdone bits
Yeah.
at
They're
this point.
either
Yeah.
shower,
Yeah.
Oven,
right.
camp,
Yeah.
6 million.
Yeah. Too many of.
Yeah.
It's overdone. Holocaust bit.
At this point, we
overdone.
could just get up on stage and say 6 million.
Yeah.
Camp.
That would be, I think.
Train.
Yeah, I think that would work. I honestly think that would be very funny.
Yes.
I might.
Take that.
Okay, well, if you allow me, I'll try it.
Yeah, try it.
That's your bit.
I mean, now I want to try it.
Yeah, you have to.
We should do a Jewish show together.
Okay, a show.
And-
We should do a show together. It doesn't have to.
But the only words we're allowed to say 6 million.
Ugh. Okay, so
Well, you
you
both
took them out of your
groaned.
show.
No, that-
I'm just thinking about my dad. He would hate that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's the kind of person that you need to not do Holocaust jokes for.
yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe your dad is right about that. You know, maybe everything I've thought was funny until now is wrong.
Whoa.
And maybe your dad is right.
Doug Schiller knew
Dougie.
it all along.
Shout
You know
out.
what I think the problem is with Holocaust jokes is that it's not just the Holocausty part. It's the fact that they're not funny anymore because they're all predictable.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
predictable. They're overwritten. They're overdone. If you can come up with a good angle,
Yeah.
Then you're
I
allowed.
still have 2 Holocaust jokes in my show for Jews that work, but
Are they like
that's been pared back quite a
yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
since October 7th. Or just
In general,
Oh, okay.
because it's like I started out doing a lot of them thinking it was gonna be new and original.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Because it's just what we know.
It wasn't.
I mean, it's like history is very funny. It's very easy and fun to make fun of because it's like it's something we all sort
We
of
all
know
know it.
about. And we just know it we know this one way better than anyone else. You
and
know?
like, do we? Like,
Oh.
do I know more about the Holocaust than an average?
I do.
I do, yeah.
I totally
Then
do.
oh my gosh, then the
Don't-
average.
the average people know nothing about the Holocaust.
Maybe
And
I
Tony
feel
told
like
me
I've
that was
had
Orthodox
this-
propaganda.
You're a
We've
scholar.
had this conversation before. I think I give the average person a lot more credit.
I mean, what? Can you name 5 camps?
Actually, probably not.
Oh my God.
Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen. You'll probably say 3 more, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah," but not
You
off the
got
top
'em.
of my
I
head.
think you could get them. Okay, fine.
Burkout.
Burkhouse stocks. Birkenstock. Yeah.
I'm trying to mouth them.
Right stripes. Warsaw. Warsaw's a camp.
Yeah, it's
That's-
a camp. City and a camp.
City and a
city
camp.
in the camp.
Camp
A
in
camp
the
in the
city.
city.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, that was the metropolitan. That was the metropolitan
Version of the
concentration
camp.
They had great counselors there, but like their melody for Lachado D is terrible. Good food.
Yeah, I have been learning a lot of new tunes for prayers since moving to LA.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh my
They're
God, tunes
so
for
different.
prayers is my favorite
They're
topic
Where'd
of
you go to
conversation. Where do you
synagogue?
go?
I went to the Adath Yeshurun in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but now I sort of go. Now I go to like religious. Like I grew up conservative Jewish, and now most of my time in a synagogue is spent with a mechitza.
Yes.
Really? You go to Pico Robertson
Where do you go?
schools?
Well, I go to like I'll go with Elon to his synagogue. I don't really know what it's called. I don't know.
You don't want to
Yeah,
out
where-
him? You don't want to
No, I
tell
forgot
Where
what
does
everyone?
he
I
go?
just forgot what it's called.
Happy Minion.
Yeah.
It's
He
on.
did-
Oh wait, no, it's in Westwood. By it's like near
don't know
by
Westwood schools
UCLA.
at all.
Okay, and then
I didn't know there was an Orthodox community in Westwood.
oh yeah.
There's a Chabad everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Elon did a show at the he did a drop-in spot at the Happy Minion. Do you know about that?
I don't
Did
know
you
that
Drop
Happy
your
Minion.
spot at the Happy Minion.
No, I
He
don't
did
know.
a guest spot. It's an Orthodox synagogue on Pico.
Very-
that they randomly do comedy shows, and they did a show with Menachem Silverstein
Yeah,
and a bunch of other Jewish comedians. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I think I do know about this, and I think one of my old bosses goes to that synagogue, and because of that, I'll never do that show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Who's the old boss?
You know what? Maybe I could do this
Hard
in tea.
line.
Maybe I could do that in the tea.
Oh,
Maybe
Do you
I
have
could-
more tea about that?
Well, I just have tea about my old boss.
that's
That
good.
honestly,
That's a
if
good
I
secret.
said it, and I think I will, I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it publicly today.
Yes.
I really do. I think I'll do it. I'll do it on your
God.
show, and
That'd be big.
this could be interesting.
Listener,
this could be
you
very
better
interesting.
Stick around.
I love Yenta.
because Eli's about to ruin his career.
Don't
That's
say
funny.
that.
No. No.
He made the decision. He's gonna do it.
No. Eli doesn't have a career, and therefore,
According to
Maybe-
Uncle Steve.
Maybe this will bring the career.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Should we do Matzah minute?
Let's do Matzah
and then
minute.
secrets, because now I really want to know what this is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, first I kind of want to hear about growing up Jewish in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah. Well, my town, it's called Minnetonka or Hopkins. It's by this. It's right next to this. It's a place called St. Louis Park.
Yeah,
But-
that's the Jewy area.
Right, and then
said.
everyone goes, "Oh, St.
Yes.
Jewish Park. Oh, St. Jewish Park. It's St. Jewish Park. It's because it's St. Louis Park, but it's St. Jewish
I
Park.
think there's a better. I think there's a better pun to make there.
It's Kike City.
That's just that's Brooklyn.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
any.
What's something you've learned about yourself
from a non-Jew
from a non-Jew?
that I'm rich.
That must feel great.
I've learned that I'm
Control
rich.
Hollywood
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've learned that.
yeah. I've learned that a lot actually. That I'm rich.
That's why we're doing so well.
Yeah.
We're crushing.
Look at all the pictures you have up there.
I know this is a.
Could
big
you have
deal,
all those and
listener.
not be rich?
Yeah, yeah. In this one.
I mean,
Eli?
you have a Picasso.
And this one is the stock photo that came with the frame.
Okay, I wouldn't have. I would have. That's amazing. I would have never known. Wait, I would have never known, and that's kind of an awesome stock photo.
Right?
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
I kind of like it.
I've gotten so much shit for it, but that's my favorite one.
It's
Because he's-
fantastic.
Okay, wait. Growing up in Minnesota, I
Thank
could
you.
talk about it. I could
Yeah,
talk
I'm like
about it.
trying to get us back there.
No, I
but
could
we-
do it,
yeah,
right? I could
yeah,
talk.
please. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Did
so
you feel other as a Jew in Minnesota?
I felt other. Well, no, because my specific community was pretty Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up, I went to a Jewish day school, and then I went to Talmud Torah, and I had my Jewish friends. So until like second or third grade, I thought everyone was Jewish.
Wow.
Like everyone in the world.
Wow, your parents really nailed it.
I thought that
mean,
too.
But I was an idiot. You know,
Yeah.
like I was. I'm only 7, but I thought like my favorite basketball players were Jewish because I lived.
Sure.
I lived near Kevin Garnett, and he lived in one of these Jewish areas, and so I thought he was Jewish. I thought Kevin Garnett, like there's a Jewish. I see him on the basketball court. You know, he's 6'12", he would call himself, and you know, he doesn't look like me in any way. I would say I'm not going to specify how, but I thought he was Jewish, and then I realized that I think something just came into my life. Like there are other peoples. I don't know how I learned it, that non-Jews existed.
Yeah, I wonder if you just accused someone of being a Jew one day, and they
Oh,
were
that's
like,
fun.
"Well, it's actually Jewish."
Yeah, maybe it was when I started playing Little League Baseball. I think because then I was like, oh yeah, we don't. What do you Merry Christmas? I'm like, what is that? You know, or they were celebrating Easter or something. Whatever. So I grew up. So my early childhood, I was in a lot of Jewish community activity. And then when I went to high school, I switched to a Christian high school, Episcopalian, which is like
What?
Catholic light. Yeah.
Not even
Plot
public.
twist.
No, not public.
Private
Full on
Christian.
Doing
Yeah.
communion.
Yeah, my grandfather
Drinking.
went there, and my dad went there for a little bit, and it was a good school. And I was in a public school, and I was like scared that I would get too into drugs. I was like scared
You
for
were
myself.
scared?
Yeah. I was neurotic already in 7th grade. That I would that
You
if I
even be close to
yeah
drugs.
I think I was right.
Really?
Yeah, because I smoked a lot of pot in middle school and high school, and if I would have gone to the
Middle
public school, it would have. I think I just would have been around it 24/7, and I probably would have fried.
Yeah.
I probably would have been over, and I'm already pretty fried. But but I don't think I would have gotten a start, you know.
Yeah.
But in high school, going to the Christian school, I did start to experience like real anti-Semitism, you know, and it was like the
The
micros,
Christian school.
Lucky.
at the microaggression level, at the aggression level, you know, a little bit of both. I prefer micro to
Macro.
regular. Yeah, I do prefer the microaggression, honestly.
Give us an example of
that's a
a
hot take.
macroaggression.
Okay, a macroaggression was during sort of like activity time or basically like recess in 8th grade during the winter. A kid, when I just transferred to the school, a kid threw a block of ice, like an icicle, at my head and said, "You don't have diplomatic immunity here because you're from Israel."
What?
And I was like, I don't know what most of those words even mean. And I don't know what I did.
That is a very eloquent bully.
Yeah, he was
Very well read.
Yeah.
Like an elitist bully.
Well, yeah, and I think he might be well read in the way where he might be a manifesto kind of person. Like he left
read
the school.
in Mein Kampf.
If there's
Yeah.
one thing manifesto people are good at, it's words.
Yeah, yes.
That's the thing. What's he up to now? Do you know?
I don't know. I think I checked his LinkedIn one time, and it was some sort of tech like job, maybe for Google, like a big one.
That tracks.
And I was like, all
Yeah,
right, well,
actually.
great.
Well, Google, you've got an anti-Semite working for you.
Maybe.
Just one though.
And maybe and
Definitely just the
an
one.
8th grade. An 8th grade.
An
Yeah.
eighth grade
anti-Semite.
anti-Semite.
Okay, Matzah Minute.
So Matzah Minute is our segment where we ask you short questions that
Okay.
take about a minute. It's also timely questions to the minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some poetry there. And if you don't want to answer
Wait.
the question,
Okay, I'm so sorry I interrupted. Do you think that we could be friends?
I
Right
think
now-
we're
Oh my
auditioning
God.
you.
Oh my God. Okay, that's
mean,
terrible.
I
Wait, that was
think-
awful.
It was like you perfectly interrupted that segment to
Yeah.
ask us if we could be friends.
Yeah.
And maybe that will circle around to us being friends.
Okay. Well, I would hope so, but that was a horrible reaction to the question. Because you were saying earlier, oh, it's like a long overdue friendship,
Oh.
and now I'm worried because I was thinking, yeah,
You
maybe
know,
we could be friends.
we'll see how
I
you
was
do.
I was thinking maybe we could. Maybe the three of us could actually be friends. And now
We can't.
I have self-consciousness that reminds me
Of being bullied.
of being bullied as a child.
Well, I do have an icicle.
Oh,
that I
yes.
and
Say
you
it.
don't have
Say-
diplomatic immunity. Just because you're from Bergen-Belsen.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yo, that's a proper roast. That's a proper roast.
To take off my bit hat, yeah, of course we're going to be friends.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Eli,
want to
you
come
don't-
over
you don't
for
have
Oh
to
my
Showbiz
gosh.
next week?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be great.
The thing about Matzah Minute is there's a bunch of
Pull it together.
And if you don't want to answer one of the questions, you have to eat the worst food possible.
Oh.
Matzah.
Okay.
I
This
actually
is
love
good.
matzah though.
This is kind of funny.
Yeah. All right.
Your bit here, I think it's funny.
Thanks.
You say that in a way.
No,
No, he's
I know,
definitely being
I know,
sarcastic.
I know,
Lies
and
that
I'm
it's
not,
not
and I'm
funny.
not. I
he
have.
hates it. He's
I-
getting back at us. For
I have
not.
no. I just thought of this last night. I've got resting bit voice.
That's actually really funny.
Wait. Yes, you do.
And people think no matter what that I'm saying something that I don't mean.
It's kind of like no matter, even if you're in a church, people are like, "That's a Jew."
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
same. Yeah,
I was
Yes.
even if you're dead earnest serious, you're like, "That's a bit."
Yes.
In synagogue yesterday, I just started writing a bit that there's a Jewish cadence that makes everything sound like an insult.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I think that's from Yiddish.
Like, that's funny.
That's like the Larry Davidism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Yiddish, that's why I think it's so Yiddish, is because they have all of these incredible swear words and like ways to put people down. But it's just how they talk to each other.
Can you give us examples?
Oh, I mean, I have a book called The Joys of Yiddish, but the oi part of the Yiddish is sort of
That's
bigger than the J.
Oh, clever.
They've got someone good on their team.
Yeah, but I don't. it's like, no, I don't. I can do like schmuck and schmendrick and schmeckel.
That's a good one.
You know, with a lot of schm,
Yeah, they only start with the schmo.
dreck. You know, I can say words, but I don't know. I need to remember some of these phrases. But it's like, you know, you're like, they'll just have eloquent, long-winded ways to say you're an idiot. Like,
Maybe we'll do a future segment.
Future segment.
maybe I should look some up.
Look some up. You did start this by saying you can't remember any of your own jokes.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to put pressure
That
on
is
you
right.
to
Yeah.
remember these.
Thank you.
Great. Matzah minute.
Matzah minute.
Not a minute. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and
Eli, where is Kate Middleton?
Oh, I think she's in the bathroom. I think she takes a long time in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And people don't check the bath. Oh wait, are we still on a minute? I'll
Yeah.
stop. I can stop.
You haven't even gone on for a minute.
Oh wait. Oh, it's 1 minute per question. That's not like a bunch of questions within 1 minute.
One per question.
Wow. Okay. I think she's in
now
the
we're at a
bathroom.
minute.
God.
I think she's in the bathroom, and I think people don't seem to check bathrooms because it's private, and you know, sometimes in the bathroom you go. When I get someone saying, "Are you okay?" in the bathroom, I'm like, I get embarrassed because it's like, yeah, I've been in here a while. I get it, but I'm fine. Okay, I'm fucking fine. And Kate Middleton right now is fine.
She's fucking fine.
Yeah.
Are you watching Love is Blind, and what do you think?
I already watched it. Yeah. It's done.
It's done.
The show is all out. I've
And-
watched all of it.
Okay,
yeah.
that's great. And do you think that Adie and Clay are ever going to get back together?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's... I mean, he's putting in the work. He keeps talking about how he's putting in the work. But honestly, I don't think so. I would want for that to be possible, but it does seem like he might be unsalvageable.
Yeah.
Like, he might be good, but he also seems like he will never... I fear that his father's mishaps are now entrenched generationally.
They made a big imprint on that
They
poor
really
guy.
did. Yeah.
I think he'll be okay, but I don't think he's right for AD.
Yeah.
She needs someone who's just going to worship her and let her do her thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it's weird
can't
because it
fix
did
anyone else.
sort of seem like he could have been that
Yeah,
for a
it did.
moment.
For a
Yeah.
moment. When they were meeting her mom, he was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good. But
Ugh.
devastating. Great answer.
Mm.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Alex Edelman's show, Just for Us?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Okay, it's a matzah.
Oh, I see.
Wow, that's even more tea.
I know, that's really
than
juicy.
Anything
Can we talk
else
about
you-
it after we record?
Yeah, we can talk about it. The truth is, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Okay.
I know.
That's
I know.
less.
But if I did,
Yeah.
I think my answer would be the same.
Okay.
Even better, your strong opinions about something you know nothing about, the most Jewish thing of all.
This really is dry.
The matzah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kept it stale for about 3 years,
Mm.
and then giving it to you. This is from Passover.
It is like sawdust.
really
Yeah.
long ago. What do you think about Alex Edelman and Hannah Einbinder's relationship and then subsequent breakup?
Right. Well, about the relationship, I think that they were together,
Yeah.
like as lovers, as partners. And then with the breakup, I think no longer are they in a relationship.
Wow.
And that's, I think, accurate, but I'm not sure. I can't be 100% sure. But it seemed like they were, and now they're not. And I have hope for both of them that they will each find someone that they love if they want that in their lives. No offense.
Wow.
No offense. Offense taken.
That was a great answer.
Wow.
That was real tea.
Really
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, thank
really
you for that,
juicy.
Eli.
Did you see Jonathan Glazer's speech at the Oscars?
I did.
What'd you think of it?
Well, this is going to get me absolutely lambasted for
Yeah.
some reason. But
For some reason.
But I think the big issue that I had with the response to it was that there were Jews who were saying that he rejected his Judaism. And look, Jews are not known as dumb people. You don't hear a lot of people say, that dumb Jew, those dumb Jews. Okay, you don't. It's really...
No, we're wily.
Yeah, we're not, but we're not often...
Complaining Jews.
Yeah, but it's cunning, very manipulative and smart, rich. They stay together so well and they just give each other jobs.
College educated.
Yeah. So that type of stuff, we're not known for being dumb. And when I saw people saying that he was rejecting his Judaism, I was worried for the reality that I live in, where I was under the impression that we were educated.
Nope.
Because it's just a dumb they are not able to reading comprehension has gone down in the Jewish community. Okay? And that to me was very upsetting. That was very upsetting. What did I think of his speech? I think he has an opinion. I think he had an opinion, and he shared it on quite a stage, international for that matter, an international film. I mean, he won for international film, and by the way, I loved that movie.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I really want to see
My favorite thing about it, he did the Holocaust in under 2 hours.
Finally.
That's hard.
Yes. Because usually
Wrap
my
it
problem
up.
with Holocaust movies is that they're Jewish movies that aren't funny. And that pisses me off. Like Schindler's List, not funny at all. Like there wasn't anything funny in Schindler's List. And it's a Jewish movie. And so I get upset about that.
Yeah, we're about balance.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be fucking funny. Okay? If you're going to say I can't speak for you, you can't speak for me. Okay? If a Jew's going out there not being funny at all,
Kill him.
They can't speak.
To the oven.
Yeah, but Glaser did it in under 2 hours, and that's heroic.
If you're gonna be a not funny Jew, do be a short,
Be a
not
yes.
funny
Short,
Jew.
not
Short
funny
to the
Jew.
point.
Short, like height wise and lengthwise. Okay, let's switch to Secrets.
Yeah.
Okay, you go first, Eli, because I am.
you've got
on
a juicy
the
one.
edge of my seat.
Well, okay, so
And you
I
could
was
do two if you had.
I was gonna come in and talk about how I mean, it's sort of embarrassing, but that I watch in my private time reality singing competition shows.
That's embarrassing.
To me, it's been a while for me
Oh
to
my
be
God.
able to say this.
Masculinity is a prison.
I know, it really is.
I'm happy that you have another secret.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the show that you watch?
Idol, The Voice, I'll do them.
What? Those are such mainstream shows.
Yeah.
Those are like.
You're from Minnesota. That's all they're watching there.
Those
I
are,
know, that's what I grew up watching. And then for a while I had to put it away,
That's
you know,
not-
lock it away. I don't watch that. But then, I do.
Wow.
You just come around to the thing.
You're a freak.
I know. I know.
Okay, tell us the good secret.
Yeah. Tell us a good one.
Okay, so wow. I had a boss at Warner Brothers. I worked for him for 2.5 years. His name is and you know
Full
him.
name.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know him.
No, I
know
don't.
him.
Okay, good.
I'm gasping because
Because
you're
it's
giving
the full,
the full name.
I'm naming.
You're-
I'm naming
this is-
names.
This is the best.
Well,
Yenta.
here's the thing. I went to the reason why I can say his name is because I went to HR. I got canned. Okay. This isn't the full story. Like I will add that clause because the story is very long-winded. It's over the course of years. But I had a lawsuit that I was bringing. And I didn't end up going with it because the options were, settle, I'd get, whatever, tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm not scoffing at that. Mm-hmm. And I would have to sign some sort of, NDA or like gag order. But now I didn't do that.
So you can say it.
I didn't bring it.
So what happened?
So you're cashing in. You saying his name right now is worth tens of thousands of dollars.
I think it's worth way more than that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like
so
not like
so what
financially.
happened?
Well, just over the course of years, so this is an original writer on Friends, and he's been at Warner Brothers since then with overall deals, and he'll just pick up sitcom after sitcom after sitcom now. And I was working on this show called Shining Vale with Courtney Cox and Greg Kinnear, and Sharon Horgan was the executive producer with him. And during this time...
She's the Irish one, right?
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
During this time, I had realized pretty early on that this was like a menace, that he's sort of a menacing figure, and people don't like spending time in the same room as him. And this is after I have the job, okay? But early on, he would start to say things like in public, he would like just call me like gay or retarded or trans, or say that I'm very fireable. Like I'm the most fireable assistant he's ever had because I'm a Jewish person. And this is another Jew, right? But it's the joke he would make before I had any, connections at all to the people we were working with. It'd be like the first thing he would say. So this is the atmosphere I'm going into.
Whoa.
And he was horrible about like women. Like he would send me pictures of women, like sexy pictures of women, and be like, "Isn't she so fucking sexy? Oh my God. If I wasn't married," he would do stuff like that. And so this guy is just like, and he said the N-word a couple times out loud.
Oh my God. At this point, it's like a parody. Like he's just
Yeah.
going through the
Well,
HR book of like, I'm
I
not
know.
allowed to say this.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I worked with him at Warner Bros., but when I went to HR, his show wasn't picked up at this time. So like the first year or year and a half where I wasn't paid by Warner Brothers, I was paid by his company through his overall deal or whatever, doesn't count. It didn't count
In the lawsuit.
in the HR filing.
Oh my God.
So all the stuff that I could say, once people were hired and there was a writer's room, all of my time for the most part was spent in the writer's room, and things would have to get backed up. So it would all have to go through them too. They would have to ask them, and they're like, yeah, they do have a weird rapport, the two of them, but it seems like it's a joke. It's like,
So was it just to you?
well, it was to me, and then he would do this to other writers, but
Right.
I don't want to get them
No,
involved.
don't get. But it wasn't just about you. It was about like him and how he treats everyone.
Yeah. But I had a surgery on my shoulder, and and he was over the course of like months, he was basically constantly making people aware that I was leaving to get an elective surgery, and that it wasn't like worth missing production, and that while I was gone, he had offered my job to the person who took over for me for the weeks that I was gone. But since she didn't take it, no collusion. It's like...
Oh my God, this is so toxic.
Yeah. And then when my grandfather died, he's an Orthodox Jewish man. And when my grandfather died, I went home, and he said, spend the week, take Shiva, do whatever, take your time. Like, for sure, man. And then...
Wait, Greg is an Orthodox Jewish man?
No.
Surgery.
Yeah, he's Orthodox Jewish.
Yeah.
And I think if he wasn't Orthodox Jewish, he might be like he might be like Harvey Weinstein or something. But
Okay.
So
At least it helps.
Wow, Torah really is doing its work.
Makes you
it's
less
also weird because
rapey.
it also feels like it's like a veil to like cover up all of his like horrible demonic behavior.
Wow.
And yeah, so he
he said to go to take Shiva.
yeah, said to take Shiva, and then I get there. I get to Minnesota. I bury my grandfather. And then, that day, which is one day after I leave, he texts me being like, "Are you coming back?" And I'm like, "You said I didn't have to." He's like, "Well, I need an assistant." And I'm like, "You have one." Like I brought someone in. And then he's like, "Well, I need my calendar up on my board." And I was like, "Okay, this is crazy. Like I'm going to have to go back to LA
Right.
instead of sit Shiva for someone who knows what that is."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has
And
said to do
said
it.
that it's fine that you go do
Yeah,
it.
Yeah. And then when I go back the next day, and then
Oh.
he has this card. There's a card that went around like, "Sorry, Eli," whatever, and I get it like when I return, and everyone's like, giving their like, no one needs to tell, like, this is such an irrelevant card, but on it he wrote like, "Sorry about your grandpa. Sure, he was a great man. Now please get my schedule up on my board."
Oh my god.
And I have this card to this day, and I'm just like, I can't. I was like dead. I just became dead inside.
This shit would never fly in the like regular corporate world.
Yeah.
No.
But the Hollywood world
Yeah.
excuses so much.
Yeah, they do, and it's
And
all because
and
no
they
one wants to lose
have
their
HR.
job. Yeah, they do. They have HR
And
that I
is
went
he
to.
still working?
Oh yeah, he's still working.
Cool.
But I know that a lot of people have gone to like his two assistants before me sued him and is no longer in the industry, and then his assistant before didn't sue him, but he does this thing where he puts the carrot in front of the stick, and it's like, "You're gonna be a writer, you're gonna be in the room." So she held on, and then now she's no longer in the industry because of work, because working for him was so bad, and he didn't follow through on any of the promises, And then he did that to me too, He said, "You'll be in the room whenever I can," but he also told me. And then told me that he didn't say this, but he also told me like after I was pitching in the room that that's how assistants get fired, is by pitching. And I was like, "Okay, so I'll shut up and write down everything you say, but also not do the thing that I'm like told that I should be doing in the future."
God.
Which is, I don't know.
This sounds so traumatizing.
Yeah,
this
it was
before
it was
you worked for
terrible.
Larry?
No, this was after. This was after I worked for Larry
Really?
So but at this time I was like still writing on Curb. Like I still would send in packets for Curb. So I had like this other thing that was going on simultaneously, but my day-to-day life was with this guy. And it was like, it was like hell. Like everyone, all support staff who worked for him are going through hell. And like I feel crazy for having done it for so long, but it also like I stopped working in the industry because of it and started just like investing in myself. So that like is the positive that came out of it, I guess. But that's only because I like have to find something that's positive.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my I guess that's my tea or secret.
Your Yenta.
Yeah.
That's my secret.
That's
feels
good.
a lot bigger than just tea.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you've done a service to people in the industry listening to this.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, he's really a bad person, and I've heard so many people who have worked with him before, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I worked for him," and they'll be like, "Oh my God, like when I did too, he was terrible. He was a horrible bully." And it's like, all right, well, sorry that happened to you too, huh?
You
like
guys should
Yeah.
form a support group
I think there is.
of
I think there are, but
former
a lot of
assistants.
but a lot of his former assistants don't like talk to each other because of
The trauma.
yeah. But the person who preceded me was like there for me during it and was like, "Yeah, this is really what he's like, and it's really bad. But hopefully you'll get on a show."
Hopefully you'll get on Yenta one day and you'll talk about him.
Yeah.
And then this will blow up and he'll be fired.
No, he won't be fired. I'll be sued.
And
Why?
we can count on that.
Yeah. I'm not. And by the way, is it defamation if I'm just saying what happened? It probably could be spun that way.
I'm sure, yeah, someone could spin it, but
Like,
I think
guess
it's
that's how defamation
technically
suits occur.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, and then they just try to get you for your money. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it really happened.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not trying to end someone's career. I'm trying to make everyone
am.
aware.
Yeah, we want to end it.
I'm trying to make everyone who I can aware that this is happening.
Yeah.
And
really.
has he put out anything good even recently? Because I never heard of that show with Courtney Cox
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. I definitely, when he would talk, I wouldn't be laughing. This is a comedy writer, a seasoned comedy writer. And when he made jokes, it didn't make me laugh, but I may have been biased.
Yeah, from the bullying.
Yeah, I may have
that
been
might have
biased.
been a hard.
It's hard to
sell.
laugh at your bully's punchlines.
Yeah.
It's so awful because they're like, it's Title 7 is the equality in the workplace. And there are all these things that are like definitely illegal. Honestly, calling you gay and trans as an insult, definitely illegal. But I see how that didn't get brought into the suit.
Well, also
Like-
because it's like part of the writer's room environment.
Yeah.
It's like, well, was it helping? Was it part of the creative process? And they can just say that.
How long ago was that?
thanks for sharing.
A couple
that.
years. Yeah. That ended in 22, end of 21 was when the.
That's pretty recent. That's like a
Yeah.
post Me Too world.
Yeah.
And he
it
still
was.
just
Yeah.
does not care.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. I think, was it end of 22 or
Oh,
I
yeah,
forget which one.
And he
it was.
davens at the Happy Minute.
I think that's where he is that in a synagogue?
Yeah,
I think it's his synagogue. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my dad.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I would have heard about it.
About him?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, I would have heard if like a famous comedy writer went to that shul.
Oh, I see.
You know, not maybe
Yeah,
not that
I see.
he's a bully, but
Yeah, I see. What
trust
you're
me, I know all the right people in the industry at my shul. I know. Okay, should we just do like a second of our secrets?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
just
please do. Wait, yeah.
We're very over time.
Oh no.
Yeah, give me yours.
I have like a really tiny one. It's really not a good secret, but I'll just say it anyway. So I'm an independent person. Like I kind of am just like, I can do anything by myself. And when I moved into this apartment, I moved in by myself. It was a lot of work, but I'm like so independent that it's like I lie about being independent. So the bed that I have in my room, I built with my dad. And someone asked me, "Oh, did you build this by yourself?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." And that is my secret. It's not.
You're also a freak.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
that's
freak.
freakish.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What is it
Crazy.
that just makes it?
I don't-
It doesn't make you so much
and I am single.
cooler.
So.
What is it? Like
I wonder why.
that's so minimally cooler. Like, oh, I built this with my dad. So not a problem.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Even if you are totally independent.
It was
But
just like, yeah. There's yeah,
The like tiny flash of glory
yeah.
that you got from that
Yeah.
moment of getting to be the kind of person who fully built your bed. I have to say, I completely empathize. I feel like I get suckered into lies like this all the time, where it's like as it's happening, you're just like, I shouldn't be lying. I don't need to lie about this.
Why am I lying about
What's happening?
Yeah. That I thought about today. Okay, Antonia.
Great
you go.
secret. Okay, here's my secret. In college, I had a roommate who one day she baked brownies and left them on the counter. I came home. I was home alone. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, brownies. But they were her brownies. You see where this is going. I stole a brownie. After I stole the brownie, I suddenly realized that she was my roommate who was constantly smoking weed and
Yeah.
constantly talking about making edibles. And And I was like, I wonder if this brownie was an edible. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I think this was a weed brownie. I think it's definitely a weed brownie.
Did it taste like a weed brownie?
The context is I don't smoke weed. I hadn't ever smoked weed. I hadn't tasted weed. I had no context of what a weed brownie should taste like, if anything. And also, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. And at that time too, now I'm kind of chill about it, but at the time I was like freaked out about it because I was in college surrounded by everybody who was like doing every drug and alcohol in the world and making a fool of themselves. And so I was like very tense about it. And so I was like, oh my God, I've just eaten a weed brownie and I'm gonna die. And I barricaded myself in my room. I didn't know what to do. I barricaded myself in my room. I brought my mattress down onto the floor. I surrounded it with pillows. I thought that I was going to become like a caged animal, like thrashing around.
You're going to turn into a weed werewolf.
Yes, I brought in like a gallon of water because I was like, I'm going to need it. And I sat in my room for 10 hours waiting for the psychosis to
pass.
And it was just
to hit or to pass?
To hit.
Oh.
I knew it was just a regular brownie.
It was just a regular brownie.
Oh my God.
That's really funny.
I was like with you the whole time too, because that is what you should do for yourself if you take a weed brownie. You become if you eat too much weed,
a whole one.
You kind of need to plan for mental devastation. Apocalypse that
Bring
way.
Canned food
into
the room.
Like you really were taking care of yourself. And it never hit.
I'm a prepper.
Oh my God.
What can I say? But it wasn't a weed brownie, and it was kind of a letdown. At a certain point, I was like, oh.
Just wanted to get high the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subsequently, I have tried edibles like 3 times. They're so stupid. I don't get it.
Okay, that's interesting.
It makes every time.
Did you not feel it?
No, I felt I didn't feel good. What I felt was like either my limbs got heavy or my mouth felt hard to move, or I felt a little dizzy when I stood up, or it just like it was all physical. I felt more disabled is what I felt.
Oh yeah. Well, that will happen. Yeah.
And I was like, what's the upside?
Yeah. Look, I'm
Eli,
not gonna,
you tell us.
I'm not going to be
You're the pot smoker.
I'm not going to be big pot right now. You know, I'm
Big
not going
pot.
to talk about how smoking pot, I mean, it really makes you closer to the environment and to your brother and sister, your fellow human being. You know, it doesn't help you empathize with people overall over the course of your life. If you keep smoking pot, you'll get closer to God. I'm
You're
not
gonna
going to
say
any of
that.
that. I'm not going to say any of that. That's not necessarily the thing I need to be talking about with weed, like how it makes everything more fun and food tastes better. And if you can't eat, if you are scared to eat, or you don't get hungry, or you have no appetite, that you could finally eat if you smoke some pot, you know, all the great things it can do for various forms of cancers or epilepsy or some sort of physical shakes. It's not about that. Mm-hmm. It's actually, it's not that, it's stupid.
Tell them about your upcoming shows or anything else you want to plug.
Oh, yes. I have my one-man show, Good SHOWBIZ, at the Elysian Theater on April 11th. That's a Thursday. It's at 9:30. The doors are at 9.
Ooh.
And I have just brought in a live klezmer band to accompany me.
That's sick.
Gustavo Bulgac and from Klezmer Juice, and he was also the band leader of the wedding band from Wedding Crashers.
Wow.
So he's going to be there.
Big name.
Big guy.
He's going to be there.
Is Larry Davey going to be there?
Well, I'll invite him, but no.
That tracks.
Ray, anything for you to plug?
RaySchiller.com/shows.
Love
Everything
that.
is there. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's probably not going to be out, but March 21st, very soon. No. April 24th.
Oh, wait, actually, it will be out on Thursday.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
When you hear this on Thursday, March 21st, I'm performing my show at Temple Isaiah. If you're in Boston, April 24th, I'm headlining Laugh Boston. And that's it, at Antonia Lestar.
Let's go.
Eli, since we're
Here-
friends, can you get us VIP tickets to your show at the Elysian?
Of course.
Yes.
Great, we'll be there. I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
I can't wait.
You won't
All
even have to
right.
pay.
Yeah, they're VIP tickets.
Yeah.
Damn, we're VIPs.
You get comped.
Whoa.
Shit.
Yeah.
I like being friends.
Yeah.
It feels nice. What's our tagline? Stay horny.